gentlemen of the press, on behalf of the Chief of Defense Staff, I wish to humbly welcome you once again to Defense Headquarters Conference Room for the fortnightly briefing on troops' activities and operational successes being recorded in the various operational theaters within the 6 geopolitical zones of the country. In the past 2 weeks, both kinetic and non-kinetic operations were conducted in the various theater of operations with significant outcomes recorded. This brief will therefore cover operational activities of members of the armed forces of Nigeria and other security agencies conducted in addressing the various security challenges across the country within the period 23rd March to 6 April 2023, starting with the Northeast Zone. Troops of Operation Hardenkai in the Northeast Zone of the country have sustained the offensive operations to curb the activities of Boko Haram and Islamic State of West African Province terrorists in the joint operational area within the zone. Precisely on 23rd March 2023, troops conducted offensive operations to villages in Bama, Askira Oba, Mafa local government areas of Borno State. During these operations, troops made contact with the terrorists, and following the firefight, troops neutralized 7 terrorists while others fled. Troops recovered 1 NSTV gun, 1 NSTV barrel, 1 QJC barrel gun, 4 den guns, 1 pump action gun, 1 36 hand grenade, 27 cartridges, 81 rounds of 7.62mm special ammunition, 7 rounds of 12.7mm ammunition, improvised explosive devices wire, 7 motorcycles, 8 bicycles, 2 Boafeng radios, 2 solar panels, and 2 grinding machines, among other items. Also, on 24th March 2023, troops responded to intelligence about terrorist activities around Meisamari village in Damba local government area of Borno State. Troops mobilized to the area and made contact with the terrorists. During the encounter, troops neutralized 2 terrorists and recovered 2 PKT machine guns, 188 rounds of 7.62mm by 54mm ammunition, 1 hand grenade, 4 AK-47 rifle magazines, Boafeng radios, assorted drugs, among other sundry items. Furthermore, on 25th March 2023, troops had a meeting engagement with terrorists close to their location in Kauri, in Kwanduga local government area of Borno State. During the encounter, troops neutralized 2 terrorists while others fled with gunshot wounds. Following the incidents, troops recovered 2 AK-47 rifle, 1 STV anti-aircraft gun, 1 gun truck, 140 rounds of 7.62mm special ammunition, 1 vulcanizing machine, 3 shovels, 1 mechanic toolbox, and as well as other sundry items. Equally, on 27 March 2023, troops intercepted a vehicle conveying passengers and food items along Mongunu, cross Kawa Road within Mongunu local government area of Borno State while trying to exit Mongunu town, and it was revealed that the food items were meant for the terrorists. 6 of the passengers were identified as terrorist logistic carrier and arrested accordingly. Items recovered include 2 cartons of spaghetti, 1 bag of gari, a bag of granules, among other sundry items. Troops also recovered the sum of 69,160 naira only from the suspect. Also on 20th March 2023, troops on patrol arrested a suspected Boko Haram and Islamic State of West African Province terrorist logistics supplier in Biu local government area of Borno State, who concealed the sum of 2,169,700 naira only inside a bag of grinded corn. The suspect revealed that he was conveying the cash to his brother who reside in the bush around Madagauri general area of Borno State. On the same day, Troops arrested a suspected terrorist informant across Kawa in Kukawa local government area of Borno State. Also, troops, while on fighting patrol, rescued 2 kidnapped civilians who were earlier adopted by Boko Haram terrorists in Kuburu Luba village in Chibok local government area of Borno State. Also, on 30th March 2023, troops responded to information that terrorists were imposing tax levy at Kulumukara village in Gedan local government area of Yobe State and made contact with the terrorists. Following the firefight, troops neutralized 1 terrorist while others fled. Troops recovered 1 AK-47 rifle, 9 rounds of 7.62mm special ammunition, among other items. Consequently, within the weeks in focus, troops recovered 14 AK-47 rifle, 2 STV guns, 1 STV gun barrel, 1 QJC barrel, 3 RPG bombs, 1 anti-riot gun, 3 pump-action gun, 2 hand grenades, 3 PKT machine guns, 3 gun trucks, 188 rounds of 7.62 by 54mm ammunition, 142 rounds of 12.7 by 108mm ammunition, 110 rounds of 7.62mm special ammunition, 27 cartridges, 18 den guns, 17 AK-47 rifle magazine, and improvised explosive devices wire. Other items include 2 grinding machines, 1 vulcanizing machine, 1 mechanic toolbox, tire rims, 3 pairs of Boko Haram uniform, shovels, bags and assorted foodstuffs, cartons of spaghetti, medical supplies, solar panels, 12 motorcycles, 13 bicycles, mobile phones, Boafeng radios, pouches, 1 vehicle, and the sum of 2,321,015 naira only. Troops equally neutralized 21 terrorists, captured 9 suspected terrorists, and arrested 11 suspected terrorist logistics suppliers and collaborators, while equally apprehending 2 terrorists and rescuing 54 terrorist escapees, while a total of 974 terrorists comprising of 77 adult male, 364 adult female, and 533 children surrendered to troops at different locations within the joint area of operations. All recovered items, apprehended suspects, have been handed over to relevant authorities for further action. Equally, the rescued terrorist escapees and members of their families were profiled and given medical care, while the surrendered terrorists and members of their families who surrendered within the period of that review are also being profiled for further action. In a related development, the air component of Operation Hardenkai conducted several air interdiction operations against terrorist enclave and logistics in order to degrade and curb despite of insecurity within the theater of operation. Notably, between 23rd to 29th March 2023, several air interdiction operations were conducted at identified terrorist enclaves, camps, hideouts, and forests within the joint area of operations. In these operations, terrorists were seen taking cover and hiding under structures. Consequently, the locations were bombarded, and feedback revealed that several terrorists suffered severe casualties, while their structures and logistics were equally destroyed in the air strikes. Now to the north-central zone of the country. Military troops in the north-central zone of the country have intensified their onslaught against terrorists, bandits, and other criminal elements geared towards restoring peace and normalcy to the joint area of operation. Troops of Operation Wild Stroke conducted operational activities in villages in Katsina Ala, Kwe West, Ukum, and Guma local government area of Benue State, and Chikala village in Takum local government area of Taraba State, respectively. Specifically, on 27 March 2023, troops responded to information of terrorist activities in Chikala village in Takum local government area of Taraba State, but the terrorists fled on sighting troops. Troops, however, pursued and discovered the terrorist hideout and arrested an accomplice to the terrorists. On the same day, troops on fighting patrol arrested 3 suspected criminals in Nankuk, in Tesbai village, in Kweb West local government area of Benue State. Troops also responded to terrorist activities at Kado village in Unkum local government area of Benue State and arrested 1 suspected terrorist and recovered a pistol, 1 pistol round, 4 ATM card, 5 SIM card, among other sundry items. Equally, troops of Operation Safe Haven raided criminal hideouts within villages and forests in Mangu, Riom, Bokos local government area of Plateau State. Notably, on 4th April 2023, following a tip-off, troops raided a suspected kidnapper hideout at Nimbia Forest in Riom local government area of Plateau State and arrested 4 suspected kidnappers as well as rescued 1 kidnapped civilian. Troops recovered machetes, mobile phones, and large quantity of substance suspected to be cannabis. Troops also arrested a notorious armed robber at Maraban Jama in Jossad local government area of Plateau State. Equally, troops conducted raid operations at suspected kidnapper hideout in Adoga village in Okene local government area of Kogi State and made contact with the criminals. Following the firefight, the criminals fled. Troops thereafter exploited the criminal hideout and rescued 8 kidnapped civilians. Consequently, within the week in view, troops in the North Central Zone recovered 2 AK-47 rifles, 2 pistols, 2 pistol rounds, machetes, 4 ATM card, 5 SIM card, mobile phones, as well as other sundry items. Troops also arrested 9 suspected kidnappers and arrested 9 criminals for various other crimes, while rescuing 21 kidnapped civilians. All recovered items, arrested suspected criminals, and rescued adopted civilians have been handed over to relevant authorities for further action. Now to the northwest zone of the country. Troops of Operation Hadarin Daji in the northwest zone of the country have sustained aggressive posture towards the fight against terrorism, kidnapping, banditry, and other criminal elements in the general area of operation. In furtherance to this, operational activities were conducted in different locations in Kaduna, Katsina, Kebbi, Sokoto, and Zamfara State, respectively. Precisely, on 27 March 2023, troops on patrol rescued 20 adopted civilians at Power General Area in Kamraga local government area of Katsina State. Investigation revealed that the civilians were kidnapped in Gidam Barao village in the same local government area and were in captive for 60 days. Also, on 28 March 2023, troops responded to information that kidnapped civilians by terrorists were kept in Tediya area in Gawa village in Safana local government area of Katsina State and made contact with the terrorists. Following the firefight, the terrorists fled. Troops exploited the area and rescued 2 kidnapped civilians who revealed that they had been in captive for 32 days. Furthermore, on 30th March 2023, troops conducted fighting patrol to Yamtumaki Forest in Damusa local government area of Katsina State and made contact with the terrorists. Following the firefight, troops neutralized 1 terrorist while others fled. Troops further exploited the terrorist camp and recovered 1 AK-47 rifle, 5 den guns, 2 motorcycles, while troops also rescued 21 kidnapped civilians. Troops also conducted fighting patrol to to terrorist camp in Maidam Bino general area in Damusa local government area of the same Katsina state and made contact with the terrorists. Following a firefight, troops neutralized 2 terrorists and recovered 4 den guns, 4 AK-47 rifle magazines, as well as other sundry items. Consequently, within the week in focus, troops recovered 10 AK-47 rifle, 9 AK-47 rifle magazines, 14 den guns, 29 rounds of 7.62mm special, 6 motorcycles, radios, 76 Russell cattle. Troops also neutralized 24 terrorists, apprehended 9 suspected criminals, and rescued 43 adopted civilians. All recovered items, arrested suspects were handed over to relevant authorities for further action, while the rescued kidnapped civilians were given medical attention and handed over to relevant authorities for further action. Equally, the air component of Operation Hadarin Daji conducted several air interdiction operations to deny the terrorists freedom of action. Notably, the air component of Operation Hadarin Daji conducted air interdiction operation at identified terrorist enclave at Maisola in Maru local government area of Zamfara state. The location was observed to be active with terrorists and was consequently engaged. Feedback revealed that several terrorists were neutralized in the airstrike. Now to the south-south zone of the country. Troops of the Joint Task Force Operation Delta Safe and other operations in the south-south zone of the country have sustained the war against oil theft, illegal refinery, and other criminal activities in the Niger Delta region through aggressive patrols, raid, clearance operations, and boogie operations, among other activities. Operational activities were conducted at the creeks, towns, waterways, highways, cities, and high seas of Bayelsa, Delta, Cross River, and River State, respectively, which yielded appreciable results. Notably, on 23rd March 2023, troops responded to human intelligence that revealed movement of arms and ammunition along Rumuala Psychiatric in Abwo, Akpa local government area of River State. Accordingly, troops mobilized to the general area and arrested a suspected gun runner with 3 of his associates. Following the arrest, troops recovered 5 AK-47 rifle, 1 AK-46 rifle, 3 single-barrel pump-action gun, 250 rounds of 9mm ammunition, 113 rounds of 7.62mm NATO ammunition, 11 AK-47 rifle magazine, 1 box of 7.62mm NATO rounds, 231 rounds of 7.62mm special ammunition, 153 cartridges, 1 solar primed explosive, 1 roll of deadstock 29, 11 chargers for deadstocks 29, 6 K2 rifle magazines, 32 rounds of K2 ammunition, 1 nylon of powdered explosive, and 2 AK-47 rifle butts, among other items, at the residence of the suspected gun runner. Also, troops on patrol on 25th March 2023 along Calabar Ecom General Area in Calabar Municipal Area Council of Cross River State arrested a suspected illegal miner at an illegal mining site in the general area and recovered 446 detonators, 900 meters of detonating cord, 1.5 kilograms of gunpowder, 456 water gel explosive Super Power 90, 1 generating set, Astral submersible pump, as well as a welding gas cylinder, among other sundry items. Troops also recovered 2 AK-47 rifle and 1 magazine loaded with 16 rounds of 7.62mm specials from the criminal hideouts. Equally, troops of Operation Delta Safe have consolidated its efforts in ensuring a relatively safe and peaceful environment, a peaceful, conducive environment for conducive activities to strive in the region by denying criminal elements freedom of action in the joint area of operation. Consequently, during the weeks in focus, troops of Operation Delta Safe in the conduct of Operation Octopus Grip and other operations within the area discovered and destroyed 50 illegal refinery sites, 22 wooden boats, 237 storage tanks, 204 ovens, and 30 dugout pits. Troops also recovered 797,000 liters of crude oil, 276,000 liters of automotive gas oil, 500 liters of dual-purpose kerosene, 4 pumping machines, 19 vehicles, 6 motorcycles, 1 tricycle, 6 weapons, 18 variants of assorted ammunition, 1 outboat engine, 2 generators, and 1 speedboat, while 26 suspected criminals were also apprehended. All recovered items and arrested suspects from the region have been handed over to relevant authorities for further action. It is worthy also to mention that the sum of 407,542,860 naira only were denied oil theft within the period in focus. Now to the southeast region of the country. Troops of Operation Udoka have sustained the fight against criminals with the aim of restoring peace and normalcy to the zone. Notably, on 23rd March 2023, troops in conjunction with the Nigerian Police and the Department of State Security personnel raided the outlaw indigenous people of Biafra and Eastern Security Network camp in a Zoo Kuna community in Ishielu local government area of Ebonyi State and made contact. Following the firefight, the criminals fled due to the superior power of own troops. Troops exploited the general area and arrested 2 suspects and recovered 7 locally made guns. Similarly, on 28 March 2023, troops responded to information on kidnap incidents along Ishegu Ugu Road in Ivu local government area of Ebonyi State. And following the firefight, the criminals fled, while troops rescued 7 adopted civilians from the kidnappers. Troops also raided suspected kidnapper hideout at Lopanta general area and along Leru in Diawa Road in Imu Nurchi local government area of Abia State between 24th to 27 March 2023. Troops arrested 2 suspected criminals and destroyed the criminals' hideout, as well as rescued 9 kidnapped civilians. Furthermore, on 29 March 2023, troops equally raided the outlawed indigenous people of Biafra and Eastern Security Network terrorist hideout in Izioma Uli in Ihiala local government area of Anambra State and made contact with the criminal. During the encounter, troops neutralized one of the terrorists while others fled. Troops exploited the general area and recovered 3 pump-action rifles, 2 3-pump-action barrel, 1 pistol, 14 locally made grenade, 1 K2 magazine, 2 mobile phones, as well as other sundry items. Troops also conducted operational activities in Imo and Enugu State, respectively. Accordingly, within the week in focus, troops recovered 2 pistols, 3 pump-action rifle, 3 pump-action barrel, 7 locally made guns, 14 locally made grenades, 2 K2 magazines, 1 AK-47 rifle magazine, 10 rounds of 7.62mm special, 2 motorcycles, mobile phones, among other items in the southeast zone of the country. Troops equally rescued 21 kidnapped civilians, neutralized 3 terrorists, and apprehended 12 suspected terrorists. All recovered items, rescued, adopted civilians, and apprehended terrorists have been handed over to relevant authorities for further action. On a final note, I wish to once again convey the Military High Command commendation on the relentless efforts of troops and other security agents in the various theaters of operations across the country. The media community is also acknowledged for their partnership and undaring cooperation with the military and other security agencies in the fight of criminality across the length and breadth of the country, and in our quest to restore peace and security to our dear country. Also, the entire populace is hereby appreciated for their support given to members of the armed forces and other security agencies in the conduct of our various operations across the country, while also urging them to continue to provide prompt and credible information on the activities of terrorists and other criminal elements within their locality and respective areas. Thank you for your attention, and God bless you all.